Hi, welcome to my channel. Today I am creating a fun Christmas card using the 16 square shadow stencil from a Colorful Life Designs along with the Colorful Life Designs Spread Love stamp set. And you can see I'm in my Misty. I have placed a cardstock panel, white cardstock panel. I think it's Nina Solar White, and it measures about 4¼ by 5½. And I have masked off the squares adjacent to the stamp, the squares that I'm placing the stamps in, just so I don't get any marks in those. And on the two right ones, I stamped my Santa, my snowman, and then on the left one, I am doing that cute little reindeer. And then I create, or I place in my masks. I'm sorry. These little square masks are included with the shadow square shadow stencil. So I am placing those in the squares that I have stamped and holding those down with a piece of washi tape. And then around the perimeter of those 6 squares, I am using some copy paper. And then I'm pulling in this gorgeous, from Catherine Pooler. It's a gorgeous blue called Dress Blues, and it is super juicy, so it doesn't take a whole lot of ink to get that nice and dark. And I am inking up those 3 squares that are plain, and then I'll just remove everything carefully. And you can see I get a little bit of blue around the edges, but that is okay because I am going to create the squares around my stamped images. So I replace, after cleaning off my stencil, I replace that on, line it up, and then using, I think this is a polychromo black pencil, to create, just trace around those squares, creating a border around my stamped images. And then I pull in the best white gel pen I have ever used, because I have had a hard time with getting a white gel pen that I really like. But this one, you can see it just lays down those little dots like nobody's business. And it is from Pear Blossom Press. Amanda has the best gel pens around. And then I am going to color up my images, and I use the pencil crayons that I love are Prismacolor Premieres. That's really, they're my favorite colored pencils around. So I just find using pencils, I get a lot more control than with Copics. I do use Copics occasionally, but I just find I gravitate more toward my colored pencils. I don't know why that is, but I just find I get a lot more control, and I'm all about control. Anyway, now I am using blue on my white snowman just to give him more of an icy feel. I use blue on snow more than gray because I just feel that that's gives it more of that cool icy look. And then I do the scarf the same as his little hat, all matchy matchy. These images on this Spread Love stamp set, this new stamp set, are so sweet. There's so much character to them. I love how the snowman has his little stick arms up in the air, and his expression is just so happy. And then I just deepen my colors. I usually like to lay down my darkest colors first. So, I go back and forth and back and forth. So I lay down my darkest colors first around where the shadows will be. And then I usually go in with my lighter ones, and then I go back to the darker ones to deepen out those shadows. So a lot of back and forth. And you know, I coloring with pencils does take more time than coloring with Copics, or I find it does. But you know, I just, like I said before, I really like the way I can control it a lot better. And these pencils that I'm using here for the fur on this little reindeer are actually Crayola Colors of the World pencils. And I picked these up one year, I think at Walmart, after, you know, the school had begun. They were on like clearance. So I thought, oh, I'll try those because I find that the Prismacolor set, I have the full set of Prismacolor pencils, but I find they lack in pencils that I can create a good skin tone or nice warm fur color. So these pencils are actually great for that. And they're not as soft as the Prismacolor Premier. They're more of along the lines of like polychromo because they're a lot harder. So they're a little bit different, but I just find that they do, and I use them along with my Prismacolor Premier pencils. I don't have a problem blending them out with my Prismacolors when I need to. And then on to the Santa, I again using my reds, and these images are just a ton of fun to color. Look at that little Santa hand waving in the air. He's so fun. And again, I lay down those dark colors and go in with my my lighter colors, and then go back to the dark as well to deepen those shadows. And I love his little curly beard. This Santa has been growing his beard for hundreds of years. He's got a really well-developed beard. Love it. Love how it curls. So I just go in there and finish coloring that up, and then I go in and add. Now, because this is Santa's beard is hair, I go in, instead of using the blues on the white, I go in with some warm grays. So I pull in the Prismacolor warm grays for his beard. And when I am finished with the coloring, I end up trimming this down, this panel down. Oh, yep, Santa's got to have rosy cheeks. And then I add blue to the pom-pom on the top of the hat and the trim on the hat. But here I am going in with the warm grays for his beard. And so getting back to trimming it down. So you see that blue there. I'll cut that off and leave a border. And I try to leave a border around the same width as the lines that are in between the squares. So I move on to my card base, and so directly onto my A2, it's a top folding card base. I use that gorgeous dress blues again to go around, ink around the perimeter of my card base, and then pull in my gel pen again. And you can see here how great this pen is because I don't have to, you know, try to prime it to get that ink to flow out. It just flows out all on its own. So these could be stars, they could be snow, whatever you want. I leave it up to you to decide whether it's stars or snow. I kind of think it's stars. It's a clear, crisp winter night. And there you go. I have my liquid glue, and then you'll see me pull in the high because they're saying hi. And I just die cut that high from a alphabet alphabet die set from my stash. So there's the finished card. And thanks so much for joining me today and visiting my site. Please come back and like and subscribe, and come back for more videos. Bye.